So we have a little discussion in recent days about Optimus being 80% of Tesla's value. And you can imagine my surprise, Randy, when I heard this.
No, you weren't surprised at all. Neither was I.
Right. And it was funny because JC says, and this was on Labor Day when this came out, he says, you just sent all the Tesla spreadsheet nerds off into their offices to do math, and their families have no clue where they are now on Labor Day. And my response was, relaxing today. The work has already been done.
Yes, the work has already been done. Well, it's pretty funny because this morning I was doing this in my head. I think I've done it correctly in my head. Brian Wong was the first, and now a lot of people are saying that we might sell over 500,000 cars in the third quarter and the fourth quarter. And that would be over 100,000 cars more than the street is expecting. Now, I don't know, maybe I should ask Siri before I say this, but if you figure $3,000 profit per car, I believe that's $300 million in additional profit. Did I do that right?
Extra 100,000
Times
times,
3,000.
yep,
So that's 300 million, right?
yep,
That's 10 cents a share over the two quarters. So it's only a nickel a share. No, nickel's not, it's a thing, but it's not a huge benefit. I mean, it's not a giant thing. And then
yeah.
I thought, okay, well, Brian Wong and others, in fact, maybe even you, are suggesting we could be at 50 gigawatt hours of energy in the third quarter and maybe 20. Did I say 50? I meant 15. Whatever I said, I meant 15.
15.
20 in the fourth quarter, which would be easily 10 more than the street expects for those two quarters. That is probably around 2.5 billion dollars in additional profit, which would be like 80 cents a share.
Yeah, so now we're starting to get to things that matter, right? This whole notion of Tesla's not a car company. It's certainly not driving its future,
Right, driving.
right?
Yeah.
It's certainly nice to have more cars sold in
Yeah,
the short term. No one's going to complain about that, but it's not the thing to focus on.
exactly.
Yeah. And again, as this chart shows that I was talking about last week, um, if you look at the sum of the parts, this is looking at profit in 2035 per my
Okay.
model,
Yes.
right? And Optimus here is pretty much exactly 80%. I think it was maybe 78.5% or something like that.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah.
Right. Robotaxi is the next most important part. Robo trucking could be the third.
Right.
Energy storage, hopefully it's larger than what I have here, but certainly very significant.
Yep. Hmm.
And then I think the revenue from Autobidder, profit from Autobidder could actually be larger than the auto business.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's two little boxes there on the bottom right, service and other. And then the yellow one, the bright yellow one, is the semi if they sell semis.
I see. Oh,
They will sell semis, but I think hopefully that they'll be put into the robo trucking service rather than just being sold to customers to drive
yeah, no, I
at
mean,
that point.
it's so hard to know what Tesla's plans are in this regard as we have nothing from Elon on this, but leasing, renting, or otherwise putting robotaxis and Optimi into fleets that are owned by the company. It just seems to be this what people may or may not think about is that right now the TAM is so massive and the ability to fill the TAM is so narrow
Yeah.
that this fleet idea might not last forever. 10 years from now, it might be better to sell Optimi and sell trucks. But in the early innings, in the first probably 5 to 10 years, it seems like renting them or leasing them is like so much better for the bottom line.
Yeah, Elon said that they would do both with Optimus. So the question is, over what time frame, I guess, does that happen?
Right.
And that's what you're exploring right now. Um, my belief is that Tesla should essentially just rent them, lease them in the short term, or when they first start to come out, because I think what will happen is the Optimus will actually get more valuable as it gains skills.
Yeah.
And so if you sell the bot, then you might be giving away some of the upside, unless you have also a model where you're charging some monthly fee for upgrades or skills or however they're going to do it. I'm still not convinced that we're going to have like an app store for the bot.
Uh-huh.
I think this notion of the app store goes away.
Uh-huh.
This is kind of what macro hard is getting at,
Yes.
the opposite of Microsoft,
Yes.
that will just kind of spin up software apps on the fly. AI will just create it, you know, we won't actually have to create apps. It'll just happen in real time,
Lots of conversation about that on various pods over the last weekend.
right? And then this is from July 25th, so fairly recent. And Elon is saying here that, Keith Fitzgerald was suggesting that Tesla is headed toward $20 trillion valuation. I agree with him.
Right.
And Elon said extreme execution is needed, but a valuation of 20 trillion for Tesla is possible. Again, depending on the time frame, if Optimus is 80% of this, then that's 16 trillion just for Optimus.
Yeah, so we can go back and look at other things that Elon has said. He has also said that he thought Optimus alone was worth 25 trillion
Yeah.
market cap. And he's also said that Kathy Wood is right about her valuation for the robotaxi part of the equation, which is about 7 trillion. So that would give us a 32 trillion.
Yeah. No, and my models show that, 100 trillion plus is possible at some point.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So again, this is from the video of the meeting yesterday with Elon and Mark Benioff. We saw a new color of Optimus.
Yep.
Now, of course, this isn't the latest version that they haven't rolled out yet, but I'm sure it exists somewhere.
Right.
And this was with Optimus with hands that weren't really useful for anything, just
No.
prosthetic hands. Certainly nice to see a different color Optimus, and we certainly know that we're going to see Optimus in all the colors that you can possibly imagine.
Hmm.
Not to mention clothing at some point. I think they'll
100%.
people will be able to dress them up.
Yep.
And certainly the video itself wasn't particularly impressive,
No.
but the voice was Grok voice. The robot seemed to have a little difficulty in terms of moving. It needed more space before it would move, and that's kind of a safety thing, so that's good.
Hmm.
But all these things will be addressed and fixed. What we're seeing here is again the robot at its worst. It'll only get better from here.
Well, generally speaking, when Elon does a demo, as you mentioned earlier, with regard to the Cybertruck, usually if Elon Musk is trying to show off something, there's always going to be a glitch, apparently. Yeah.
Right. No, that's just the nature of these things. And he's mentioning here, as Elon's commenting, saying it's going to walk a lot faster too.
Right. Right.
Kind of walked off fairly slowly, but um, so anyway, that was good to see. And then, of course, bigger news is that the Robotaxi app is available to everybody to download.
100%.
And so I went in and downloaded it, and here's a screenshot
Okay.
of the app when you first go to it. It's quite clean and nice. So I signed in using my Tesla account.
Okay.
So you can do that. You don't have to create a separate account. You just use your Tesla account. So for Tesla vehicle owners, this is very seamless.
Okay.
And then you get to the screen where you need to review and agree.
Hmm.
And it does say if your ride is taking place without a safety driver present in the driver's seat, it's being conducted autonomously.
Right.
So they feel the need to tell people that up front, even though you're signing up for robotaxi. That seems pretty obvious, but I guess the lawyers got a hold of this and said, we need to tell people exactly what's happening here. And you have to be 18 years old
Hmm.
to do this. And if your ride is taking place with a safety driver present in the driver's seat, it's being conducted using FSD supervised.
Hmm.
And you have to agree to this and consent. And then it shows you the service area. So in Austin now we have, I don't know what that is, a bit of a horseshoe shape, perhaps.
Hmm.
It's expanding. And then when you click on that join waitlist button, you get a little bit of confetti.
Yeah.
And it says success. You're now on the wait list.
Aha.
And then you can just see here, Randy, I'm not sure if you can see the cursor, but on the right edge of the screen, there's another little edge of a map visible. And if you scroll to the right, then you get the Bay Area
I see. Okay.
service map.
Okay.
A lot of people missed that. A lot of people thought that this was just Austin, but you had to scroll to the right there.
You have to be clever.
You have to be clever. And then they're reminding people that you can enjoy media in the car with your own account. Oops, I hit that. And so that's good. With your account securely accessible only to you.
Hmm.
Okay. So that's an encouraging sign.
Yeah.
Rolling out the app for everybody. Now, this was kind of interesting. This is related, but different. This is from Steve S. And he says, my 9-year-old son knows Tesla. I'm assuming, yeah, son. Family board game tonight, the game of life. And he
Yep.
said he just said he wanted his car to have people in the back. He's fully aware of FSD and cyber taxis, cyber cabs. Um, and he says, thanks to the key influences in the space. And Randy, you're listed there. But you know what? We should come up with a new game of life that includes robotaxis. There's an
100%.
opportunity, a business idea for somebody.
Right, right.
It's
Yeah.
time to update these
Oh,
games.
we could update the game of life a lot. We could have all
Yeah.
kinds of AI versions of things.
It'd be the robots getting rides and robotaxis and robo vans and robo trucks and yeah, everything. And I suppose instead of payday, it's universal high income. Is that what we're headed towards?
Oh, yeah, universal high income. Yeah, yeah. Someday you and I are just gonna have to do an entire show on that. But I think it'll be after the book comes out because I have a very extensive chapter on the
Right.
millions of jobs that are coming that are going to
Yep.
be much more exciting than stack. I was in the grocery store early this morning watching these young men stacking stuff on their knees on the floor, putting away stuff on the shelves. And I thought to myself, this is really better than working in a factory. Are you kidding me?
Yep. And then another development here today, we've got Poly Market. Uh, will Tesla launch a driverless robotaxi service by October 31st?
Yeah, look at that.
And we had a pop here from 30, high 20% up to one point close to 70. When I pulled, when I saw this was at 66%. And then I went to Poly Market and looked at it. That had actually dropped to 63 by the time I got there.
Okay, all right.
Okay. And then if you look at the will Tesla launch a driverless robotaxi service in 2025? So this is by December 31st.
Right.
That was at 72% when I went there.
Hmm.
Okay. And then shortly thereafter, Elon commented on a post by Dirty Tesla, and he says the safety driver is just there for the first few months to be extra safe. There should be no safety driver by the end of the year.
By the end of the year.
Now, this is in California, I think he's referring to. This is a post regarding San Francisco.
Okay.
So I think this applies to the Bay Area.
Okay.
Okay, and he's saying
You know,
safety driver.
it says for the first few months, we've already
Yeah,
been over 2 months in Austin, few generally meaning three or more.
yeah, right. And so then what does the poly market do with this new information? It took it from 72 and dropped it down to 70.
Oh, funny.
Yeah. Now maybe it hadn't fully reflected it, although I guess I can look at it real time. I have it on my screen here. Currently, as we are recording this, we're at 77%. So it has gone up since
All
then.
right. Okay. All
I
right.
was just too soon. I thought the market would instantly reflect Elon's comment, and it didn't.
Took a minute. Took a
It took
minute.
a minute. I guess I could have traded this in the meantime.
Yeah. Yeah. You could have. That's right.
Yeah. So yeah, it's at 77% as we're recording this now.
And
So it did go up after this comment from Elon.
right. 740,000 in volume. That's a lot of money betting on this.
Yeah, it's 744,000 now. Yeah.
Okay.
And then of course this is by June, same question by June 30th of next year.
Oh,
It's only at 82%.
interesting.
So
Seems like a pretty good.
there seems like there could be an opportunity between
Yeah.
those two numbers.
Yeah.